Alright, we're going to be getting started in just a moment, so hold on tight. Also adjust the volume a little bit on the game. Hopefully that's a bit better, but I actually don't know if the volume is good because I know normally it's very quiet. Haven't really been able to figure that out. So. Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to Idol Showdown SmackDown number 5. Um, it is kind of crazy that we're already at the 5th one. When I first was typing this in like last week or earlier this week when I was setting this up, I was like, number 5, wait, what already? Um, but yeah, so this is Idol Showdown SmackDown number 5. The NA version at least. Because normally this alternates every other time between being open to NA only and being open to all regions, but since this is an odd number, this is open to just NA. So we're gonna get started here in just a moment. I'm gonna, in a bit, set up a room, and we're gonna have our first match on board. Let me just double check, make sure everything looks good so far. No one's having issues. Yep. Alright. I guess something else that I'll mention, at least with this, is that at the end of this, there's going to be an announcement, so definitely stick around to the end, or, no, if you're in the Discord server, you'll probably see it as well, so when it's over, but either way, just a heads up for those of you that are here right now. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually create the room. Alright, I pinged them so that they know the room code, so they should be in here shortly. But yeah, first off, we're gonna have Sora Raito, also known as Skylight, going up against Vicarus, one of the developers for this game. So two players that are normally rounds. Vicarus is, I think Vicarus has been in every single one of these so far, actually. But Skylight, I think, sometimes he's able to make it, sometimes he's not. I think it's mostly just availability-wise. It's not always, no, not always a good time for him, but it's hard to schedule tournaments so that everyone's available. But... Yep, and there's Vicarus. Yep, you guys are good to start whenever you're ready. Alright, so... Okay, so I do notice something already that's a little different than normal. Normally, what we see is Skylight playing Suisei, but with the Amelia assist, but... A little bit of difference here is that we're seeing Kanata instead of that. But also on the other side, Vicarus, I think last time Vicarus used Mio, but I feel like Vicarus normally goes with Kaela. And now Vicarus is getting those sweep combo enders from mid-screen. Very good mashup by Skylight there. Now here's the guess, and Skylight starts out going overhead. Ooh, tried to bait burst there, I think. Especially going for that JH there, so. But even though you got bursted, does not mean that you're at a disadvantage. And Skylight's gonna take the first round here.
Let's go again. Live.
Ooh, dash up 2M with like the perfect spacing. And it goes for the overhead again. Yeah, and trying the bait burst here, but I think Vicarus kind of realized that from last time that Skylight was going to end with a JH, which basically ends the combo anyway. Ooh! So I think Skylight went, oh my god, that Kanata goes so far. It's
Thanks for watching.
that jump scare Kanata out of the corner where she wasn't even visible. And Skylight's going to take the first game here. Ooh, whips that 236L, but Vicarus doesn't punish it. Alright, Tatsu's through that, very good. Ooh, yeah, I think that was plus there. If it wasn't plus, then Vicarus might have gone for 5M because of the spacing. Ooh, double grab. Ooh, whips the 2-2L and Sky punishes it, but Vicarus goes for burst there. Alright, both players now out of burst. Ooh, gets the 3M, but nothing afterwards. That was very likely a dash 2M. Ooh, the trade there. They both had low health, but yeah, Vicarus had a little bit less health and wasn't able to try that. Just dash up 5L, actually. Not even 5M. Ooh, The parry actually not even parrying, it was just spacing out that the 2L. Ooh, I think Skylight maybe tried to mash out there, but Vickers just kept up the pressure, and now Vickers takes that round. With the say-so, actually. Alright, EXDP. Alright, 2H and jumps back. Alright, Idol stepped back. Into 2-3-6 sound. Yeah, bursting on that JM. Ooh, whiffs the JS, but not able to get the punish there. Ooh, the parry this time also spacing out the 5L, actually. Who needs the actual parry part of it when you can just use it as a spacing trap? Dash up throw. Oh yeah, I think that might have been a 2M as well, but EXDP either way. Ooh, went for the, I think that was 2-3-6M. And the super catches the backdash. I don't think this will kill, but if there's, oh, okay, yeah, it does. I was gonna say poison and maybe the defense debuff would make that kill, but Vickers is gonna take game 2. Now they're both up by 1.
Let's get this stream started. Live.
Ooh, Skylight getting that 2M right as Vickers tried to dash up. Ooh, that 2M hit so far away. Ooh, the IB on the EXDP. Alright, gonna be a big combo here from Skylight. Doesn't go into super, but that's because, yeah, you can just kill with chip at that point.
And we're back. Live.
So 6H into block, but Trigger's gonna get the grab and the Mio ends. That's gonna take that round. So now both players. Final round here. Ooh, gets the IB on the JS. Is able to punish, well, or I guess counter hit Skylight. Was probably thinking that they were still plus on block there. EXDP gets baited. Normally we don't see this. It's Vickers who's baiting out the EXDPs. Ooh, does drop the combo though. And then now we're gonna see a Mio combo here. No burst. And Vickers is gonna take it. 2-1 against Skylight. Very well played by Skylight. Or, well, yes, Skylight and Vickers as well, though. Alright, let me report that score. very well done by Vickers there. Even though there were still some times where he went for EXDP and it didn't work, there was still a lot of times though where he was just playing the spacing game really well. Like we saw it a lot of times where this guy like tried to mash out with either 2L or 5L, and 4H was actually just dodging those attacks, and he was getting the punish rather than just parrying it. Alright, so next we're actually going to have on stream. Alright, yep, so as you can see, JJ's gonna be in here. And then we're having I'm trash at PF. I'm not sure what PF actually is, but that is actually Mari, someone who's kind of new to the game. From when I've played them, they have like a pretty solid like understanding of fighting games, it feels like, but it's just kind of new to Idol Showdown, so it seems more like they're getting hit with, so I think I've made it. Somebody's telling me to buy cheap viewers. I have no idea if I can actually delete this. Whatever. Yeah, so we've got JJ on the Aki and Mari on the Botan. And at least Mari did have a start to this, and did have a start to this before they had to face JJ. They actually went up against 800 before this, but now you're dealing with JJ, the winner of the past 3 out of 4 of these tournaments, so good luck, especially too with this matchup. Yeah, that say so is that's honestly very understandable. Botan does really struggle against Aki's zoning, which is kind of funny because it's like Botan is also a zoner, but Aki is the zoner, so good luck. Ooh, gets the shopping cart to basically prevent the instant overhead. Rolls back away from the grab. Alright, seeing some good stuff, but yeah, eventually you're gonna get hit by JJ. Yeah, hi bot, bye bot. Alright, so both players sticking to their characters. Obviously JJ does have to stick to the Aki. Alright, so gets a decent hit. Not a full combo, but gets the grenade Oki, but not enough to stop it. Alright, gets pulled in close, but now you're gonna have to deal with that 2-2H mix. The quadruple projectiles. I always love that.
Welcome back. Live.
Also, sorry, I was a bit late on the score there. JJ is up 1. It's also up around in this game. Gets hit right when you try to mash out. Very hard to get out of JJ's pressure, especially in the corner. Yeah, now you're having a Kaela buff combo. Ooh, does drop the combo, but even that's kind of rough. Even though you had basically the right idea going for shopping cart there. Yeah, sadly it is only armor. It's actually not invincible, so you do still take the damage. Yeah, that's one. That's a very rough matchup to play, and then on top of it, you're also having to play against JJ, so that's not something I would wish on anyone. Having to play Botan against JJ Saki. But JJ's gonna take it and is gonna be moving on. So actually what we're gonna do is alright, there's one more that I need to actually update and start GG. 1 second. Okay, yeah, it's kind of weird, like the submit result is at the very bottom, but I think this should... okay, let me fix this. Oh, okay, I have to... Sorry, start GG's being a little weird. Okay. Alright, I think that's fine. I'll probably fix that later, but... So we're actually going to continue on this time on winner's side. Not moving down to the loser's side just yet. But, yep, as you can see already, now we've got Wasm in here, and his opponent's actually going to be someone we saw 2 matches ago, Vicarous, so... So Wasm's actually not readied up, so probably changing character, maybe just maybe the stage as well, but you guys are good to start. Yep, and there they go. Okay, so yeah, Wasm's on the Koyori. I was playing him the other day, and he was playing Koyori, so does make sense there at least, but not something that we normally see Wasm play, at least on stream, so... Oh yeah. Koyori doesn't have a very good anti-air, when she's in her chemical stance, so I think Vickers kind of just knew that and was like, alright, I can actually just jump in at you. She does have her 236M, but obviously that's a little bit harder than just doing 2H. Ooh, that move is scary, because it goes very far. I think it's a low, and it's like plus on block and super low recovery frames. That move is very good. Not sure about everything I just said there, but it's definitely a move to keep an eye out on, and not just mash on when you see it whiff. Alright, now here we go. Now we've got the dust loops. We do have the Mio debuffs. I think there might have been an attack debuff in there, but Wasm's also running Oski, so Vickers is locked out of resources, so no EXDP for you. Oh, never mind, because you get it back right in time. So Vickers is going to take the first round here. Yeah, Wasm was doing that to me a lot. The jump in, that's just a mix-up of a high-low, especially with the re-jump, the double jump that she has. Alright, now we're seeing some pretty big damage here with the dust loops, and Vickers is going to be holding on to burst here, and Wasm drops the combo, but Vickers takes full advantage of that. Dash up 5M. Jump over J2H, I think that is. If it's not 2H, it's 2M. Alright, Burger into, alright, reversal. Ooh, once again, the Azuki preventing meter usage. And run up grab. Our Vickers still doesn't have meter, but is able to get that instant overhead. And that was actually a little bit different than what I normally see. But and then the Mio blocking the Oski pin, calling in Mio, and shutting down Wasm's advance. Vickers is gonna take that first game. Yeah, one thing to also look out for with Kayori is that she does have very large normals. And so she's very good at, you know, slapping you with a stop sign. Which could be kind of difficult in this matchup because obviously dash up 5M is very good with the Rookie, but there's a couple there's a bit of space there where you can't just dash up 5M because you're in range of, you know, Kayori's 5H. Alright, taking him all the way to the wall. Ooh, does drop the combo, but gets the reset. Vickers taking the first round again.
Let's go again. Live.
Ooh, gets that 2M there, but not able to actually confirm a combo with it. Alright, Vickers bursts out. Alright, that was the jump into the empty jump into the low. Vickers was expecting it. Yeah, that might be the slide that's actually the low, not the rocket one. Ooh, just spaced out Vickers' 2L there. Ooh, gets that 2H right in time. Oh, drops the combo. Ooh, I think Vickers is probably going for dash up grab to reset that block string, but Wasm knew that was coming, just mashed down. Oh, and then dash up 5L, but getting 0 guessered. Ooh, stagger pressure, but a little too much stagger there, so Wasm was able to mash out. Here's that full screen combo. Oh, but a little bit too far for the dust loops. Oh, traded with EXDP, okay. So Wasm calls Azuki. I think that might have been an attempt at the forward collab, but I'm not sure. Alright, so Mio did apply poison there, but doesn't matter because Wasm's able to get the hit. So Wasm takes game 2 here. Now they're both up a point.
Say hi to the viewers. Live.
Alright, yeah, you can't IB everything. Ooh, gets the counter hit. Dash up 5M, stuffing out Wasm's dash up. Ooh, does drop that 3H. Alright, Wasm bursts out. Alright, Azuki is applying the debuff, but Vickers shouldn't need meter for this to kill. Ooh, does drop the combo though. He at least did apply the Mio debuffs. So yeah, you need to be very careful of Chip right now. Because even normals can chip and kill right now. Vickers holding on to first? Okay. Saving it for a safer spot. Alright, normals don't chip anymore? Ooh. And the chip kill. So Vickers is gonna take that first round, I think. Yeah, that first round, that was pretty long. You know, I haven't seen Wasm actually go for the overhead with that jump in. It might be because Vickers is going for the delayed get up. Alright, the run up grab. Ooh. Alright, bursts out. Azuki pin basically giving him a safe entry point for that dash up. Run up grab this time by Wasm. Ooh, spaced out that 2M and punished him for it. It's now final round here with Wasm and Vickers. Ooh, just goes for the OTG there. Yeah, no resources to super chat cancel that. Alright, Wasm did call Azuki, but just outside of range of Vickers, so just constantly dash up 5M and Wasm just blocking, but there he goes, gets the counter hit there. Vickers is sitting on 4 star meters, so I'm almost expecting the Mio just to be thrown out there to prevent anything Wasm tries to do. But yeah, no super chat because he called Mio. It makes it actually hard to confirm off of far hits like that with Tatsu. Alright, calls out the Mio. Run up grab. And yep, there's that overhead. And Wasm's gonna take it. 2-1 over Vickers. Yeah, those are pretty close games from both of them. Vickers was just playing very solid, knowing when he can dash in and throw out 5M. Wasm not every time stopping him, but every now and then was, throwing out a 5H to actually catch him before you could actually throw out 5M. Alright, yes, Start GG's being weird, but our next matchup we're actually gonna have on here, yeah, we'll stick with winner's side for now, so. Yep, JJ's already in here. Yep, and here's blue. I'm curious who blue is going to play. I'm very much assuming that it's going to be Ayame, but I wonder if JJ's expecting that and is just not going to pick Aki. I know he's been playing Aki a lot recently, but I know it's a rather annoying matchup, but nope. Yeah, so he's going to be sticking with the Aki, and blue, of course, is going to stay with Ayame. Definitely the strongest character he has, and I think works with his playstyle pretty well. And the best matchup against Aki from the characters he plays, so. Ooh, dive kick whipping there. Alright, now JJ got a strong hit, but yeah. Blue's already at burst, so. Alright, gets that 2M into Rekka. Yeah, and JJ now bursts out right away. Oh! Wait! He... Okay, so Blue EXDP'd right before Azuki activated, so he invulned through Azuki, preventing him from using meter. That was really well done by Blue there. That was like very good awareness and like understanding of how the game works. Even if it was just a guess of like, maybe I could just throw this out now. That was still very good. So yeah, Blue takes the first round here, but JJ is starting us out with a very good combo here. And then yeah, there's that instant overhead. And then into the grab. Oh, it doesn't kill, but yeah, that OTG, so yeah, say so. Ooh, whips that 5L, but no punish there. And then JJ baits the burst. Alright, yeah. I love that every time, the quadruple projectile. Alright, EXDPs this time. Ooh. Now JJ returning it back with his own invuln super. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know what Blue was, like what move he used there, but I think that was a counter hit. I could be wrong though. run up grab. Oh, once again baiting the burst. Yeah, I think JJ's very aware of when Blue likes to burst. So hopefully Blue can recognize that and kind of delay his burst next time. But yeah, another say-so from JJ. Run up grab, but just outside of range. But I guess the drift from it, the momentum from that dash was still there, so JJ was then able to actually grab him. EXDP again. That was right when he called Azuki, so that's 2 meter gone from JJ. Yeah, so now JJ bursts, but yeah, JJ's trying to call out the 214H, but Blue hasn't gone for it all set, and from the looks like it, from the looks of this, he's not going to be able to go for it at all in this set. So JJ's going to take it 2-0 over Blue. Alright, so I think now we're actually going to move on over to the loser side. So we're going to have Vickers and Oni this time. Vickers is getting a lot of screen time on this tournament. GG's. Alright, while we're waiting on Oni to get here, we can actually take a look at the bracket, and he's here, alright. But yeah, so here's a look at the bracket. Here's everything that's happened, and they're probably about to start right now, and that's totally fine. But yeah, so as you can see, we're about to have Vickers and Oni for losers quarterfinals. Next, we're probably going to have Blue and Skylight up here again. But for now, It's going to be Vickers and Oni. Oni now on the Corona.
Say hi to the viewers.
So he has been working on the Corona for a couple weeks now, actually. But you know, Oni, most known for playing Ali, so definitely going to be an interesting thing to see here. And I think Corona does work well for him because Corona can kind of work when you play a little Unka Bunka. You can play super aggressively, so. Ooh. Oh, and Oni getting that 5M within the stagger, but Oni bursts out. Ooh, doesn't get the confirm though with the chainsaw. EXDP. Ooh. I'm pretty sure Vickers delayed that 5L to make Oni think that he was going to go for a grab, but just went with a 5L anyway. And then there's the grab, so Vickers takes round 1.
KO. Welcome back. Live.
Ooh, getting that air chainsaw. Ooh. The 2 L's and then the universal overhead, but no actual confirms. And then the EXDP punishing the parry. Ooh. Once again snuffing out Vickers' approach.
KO.
And the say-so as well, wow.
Live.
Up to the 5M trade. Yep, and then there's the 5M into the H Tatsu. And then into the super. EXDP. Mashing out on the stagger pressure. Ooh, got the counter hit 5M there actually. And Oni is gonna take the first game here.
Thanks for watching. Victory. Let's get down to business. Live.
Alright, blocks the air chainsaw and spaces out that 2L mash there. Okay, Oni did use burst. I was wondering if he was holding on to it or not, but Vigorous just IBing all of those. Ooh, and then once again the trade. And then there's the parry. This time actually parrying and not just spacing out attacks, but ooh, does drop the combo and yeah, the 2-2L is then gonna get punished. But the EXDP is gonna take it, so Vickers takes round 1 again.
And we're back. Live.
Ooh, chainsaw into the grab. And then EXDP on Oki. Alright, Oni bursts out. Ooh. Got hit by the air chainsaw, but not able to get a full combo. Alright, gets that 2H with the Kaela buffs, which actually, I just realized both players are on Kaela, which also means that Vickers is not playing Fubumio right now. But, you know, this might be a good reason why you should use Kaela, because This combo is doing such little damage right now. Yeah, that is kind of crazy how little damage that did. And EXDP just enough in range. Ooh, Vickers wasn't able to get the 2H in time. So Oni's gonna take that round.
One more time. Live.
Ooh, this time the parry was getting spaced out. And then the backdash invuln, making the 5L whiff. EXDP. Oh, went for the grab, but gets hit by Oni's own EXDP. And mashes out with that 2M. Does drop the combo. Once again, parry whiffing, but Oni's not able to get a full combo. And EXDP, because I think Oni was maybe going to try to go for chip there, but alright, both players now with Kaela. Vickers, though, is out of burst. And oh my god, with a pixel of health. But Kaela is going to prevent chip, but that H projectile has 2 HP, but your normal projectile only has 1. So now both players are up 1 game.
Let's get this stream started. Live.
Alright, run up 5L. Couple of those into a grab. Ooh, does whiff that 2H. Alright, Vickers bursts out. Alright, gets that 2M on the stagger. Alright, Oni bursts out. Another EXDP. Ooh, staggered a little bit too much with the parry there. And Oni's gonna take that first round.
Let's go again. Live.
Ooh, both players whiffing there. Yeah, once again, that parry whiffing. Ooh, Vickers bursted right when Oni did 2H, but I don't think Oni was ready to bait the burst with that. Gets the counter hit on Oni trying to mash out. Oh, whiffs the instant overhead. But he still has the burger buffs. But even with this the Kaela defense buffs, Oni is gonna take it 2-1 over Vickers. So now we got to see Oni's Corona. I almost said Koyori. Corona here. Still kind of similar to his Ali, but different enough you can tell, because Ali's a little bit more of the just go nuts kind of mindset with that, but Corona's still similar, but not as much. Yep, and then yep, here's Blue. Before I even pinged him. Yep, so yeah, there you go. There's the bracket again. Not too much has changed. And actually, it hasn't updated just yet. Okay, it should be updated now. Skylight. Alright, I just need to update the scores, but
Say hi to the viewers.
so yeah, now we've got both of these players back on here. Blue with the Ayame and Skylight with the Suisei.
Live.
And both with their same assists, I believe. Blue with the Mio and Skylight now with the Kanata. Yep, and there's that 236L. Oh, that was very interesting. I think Skylight might have gone for a command grab reset there, but not entirely sure. Ooh, gets that counter hit. Yeah, Blue drops the combo and Skylight's gonna take full advantage of that now. Yep, so Skylight's gonna take that first round.
Welcome back.
Yes, this is an NA only bracket. It alternates every time, so the next one will end up being open to the world, so pretty much no matter where you are, you'll be allowed to play in the next one. Ooh, Sky did try to mash out with that 2M, but still got hit. Blue wasn't able to get a full combo, but instead Skylight's gonna get a full combo here. Until Blue bursts, but ooh. Getting that JS starter into the super. Alright, now we've got the loops at the end here. Alright, yeah, I was gonna say you can go for the chip kill there.
See you next stream.
So Skylight's gonna take the first game here against Blue.
Victory. Welcome to the show.
Alright. Maybe Blue was thinking about swapping there. I'm not sure who was waiting there, but I'm not sure who he would switch to. I think Ali could work pretty well. Suisei doesn't have an invincible reversals, so playing Ali and being able to just apply a ton of Voki against her is very good. And ooh, there's honestly you hate to see it. We saw that before with when he was playing against JJ, but I think that's like the third burst that Blue's gotten baited on. That is rough to see. Especially because I know I probably would have gotten burst baited there too, so I feel your pain, Blue. Ooh, and gets that 236L right as Blue gets into the air.
And we're back. Live.
Someone did say up, and that someone was me. Ooh, just the 3H, yeah. Probably wasn't expecting it to actually hit. It is pretty hard to actually confirm a 3H. Yeah, Skylight's now gonna get that 2M confirmed with the 236M. Ooh, but does drop that combo. Ooh. Yeah, that threw me off as well too there, because just ran up and then did nothing, but so Skylight is gonna take it
See you next time.
2-0 over Blue.
Victory.
It's a very clean play from Skylight there, both from managing the neutral there, as well as especially with that burst bait there. Alright. Yeah, so... Yeah, I was actually thinking I was gonna do loser semifinal, so Skylight is back. And then we're gonna have Oni back. Yeah. Or did he? When you're asking that with Oni, yeah, he was not playing Ali. Oh, well, there he goes. Oh, alright, yeah, we could probably do winners finals. Maybe, I don't know. People are just joining, and now Oni's in here to laugh. Yeah. You know what, we'll give Skylight a break. Yep, you guys are good to start.
Let's get this stream started. Live.
Alright, JJ's starting out very strong with all the zoning. I don't know how well Koyori actually does against Aki. I feel like she probably doesn't do too well. I don't think she has like a projectile invuln move, so probably will be hard for her, but you know, Wasm's certainly putting up a good fight right now. Ooh, that projectile did whiff. Alright, Wasm bursts out here. Alright, we do have the Kyela buffs active. Ooh, run up grab right as Kiara came out, so I didn't even realize that Wasm picked Kiara, which probably makes sense and probably shows that Kiara is probably needed for Koyori in this matchup. But you still need to... Ooh, yeah, there's that Aki dead zone. Yeah, Wasm's basically gonna need to build up 2 Super Chat in order to have any chance against Aki from far range. Yeah, there's that Kiara. And then, yep, there's that overhead, the 22 frame overhead. Not the fastest overhead, but faster than universal overhead. Oh, bursted, but way too high up in the air. Alright, some strike throw. And then there's that instant overhead. JJ taking game 1, and this is winners final, so it's first to 3. He needs to win 2 more times to advance onto grand finals. Dude, that is always so crazy to see when it's just outside of, or like just within that range where it doesn't actually hit. It's like the hair literally goes through you and does nothing. does drop the combo. Still got a decent amount of damage. Ooh, just run up 5L. Ooh, mashed out with that 5L, but wasn't able to get a combo afterwards. Ooh, JJ tried to bait burst there, but Wasm held on to it. Basically got a free burst because of that. Yeah, and there's the Kiara. Ooh. And Wasm's gonna take this round.
Welcome back. Live.
Alright, JJ started out strong for Wasm, used burst right away. And then there's that overhead punishing that 5H. And to the corner we go. There's the instant overhead. Wasm should get burst, but he's gonna hold on to it. So now both players up one round. Yeah, it definitely makes sense for Wasm to hold on to burst because you have the extra round, and you're about to get Seiso'd. Like, are you gonna make that comeback with that little health? Especially when trying to deal with Aki Chip. There's that 2L mash. Yep, and then there's the, not the dust loop, just the dupe. Just the dust. Yeah, always burst on sight, even if you have 1 HP.
Welcome to the show.
Even if your opponent does 2H, burst. Alright, so both players here, 1 round apiece. And yep, there's that empty jump into the low. And actually that was a counter hit though, so I think JJ tried to counter hit Wasm, but Wasm timed it well enough. Now there's the overhead with the counter hit again. Maybe JJ went for 2H, but well, I do know Wasm's able to time it well enough to hit before the first 5 frames of the 2H so that you don't get the head and boom. Yeah, I was gonna say Wasm's just holding down back in the corner, not really doing too much, but almost got out of there. But now you're gonna, ooh, JJ did drop the combo, but American reset into the throw.
And we're back. Live.
And all right, JJ out here IBing bursts. Okay. This is gonna be very bad for Wasm. You won't have burst for the rest of the rounds, and JJ hasn't taken a hit, and there's that instant overhead. So JJ is gonna take game 2 here, with the say-so as well.
Let's get down to business. Live.
The run-up grab. Eventually gets that 5L to counter hit. you have to be very careful. 'Cause JJ's gonna throw out a lot of lows against you. And there's another say-so from JJ. Got the punish, but yes, sadly as Koyori, you can't go for a 2H. A lot of times you'll see people trying to 2H those moves from Aki, because then you'll get the vacuum from 2H and get an actual combo, but pretty much any other attack, you're not going to get a combo from it, because you hit Aki and then she's a mile away from you, so... There's the Kiara. Not able to get much off of that. Alright, yeah. Big call out on the Mookie there. Dashing up all the way. Ooh, grab throw. Or tech throw. And then here's the dust loops. So Wazim's gonna take this round now.
Last stream live.
Ooh, run up grab right before Kiara becomes fully active. And yeah, there's once again going for the empty jump low and counter hitting JJ. I'm not sure what he's pressing there, but basically you don't want to press anything against that. Unless it's an invincible reversal. Alright, some strike throw. Alright, now you're dealing with JJ's Aki pressure in the corner here. With the Kylo buffs. Ooh. Not sure what was with that overhead, but... And baits the burst, but... Not much you can really do there, because if you don't bait it, you're gonna get bursted, and if your opponent holds onto the burst, you're dying in the next hit, so... JJ is gonna take it 3-1 over Wazim in winners finals. Yeah, I do think a part of that probably was just that I don't think Koyori has too much that she can actually do against Aki in her zoning, but... I have no idea what just happened in the tournament chat. Yeah, oh, and yeah, of course, Oni also pinging the wrong JJ. Oni, as you can see, is having a lot of fun here. Laughing non-stop.
Let's get this stream started.
Alright, so same characters as we saw before, and I'm assuming same assists?
Live.
Yeah, still the Kanata on Skylight, and still the Kaela on Oni. Yep, and there's that 2H, or sorry, that 2L counter hitting. Alright, Oni bursting out. Ooh. Oni did IB the 6H, but didn't mash out on it. Ooh. Did drop the combo there, but doesn't matter because they're gonna get that 2M.
Welcome back.
So Skylight's gonna take the first round here. And yeah, watch your toes, Oni. Ooh, that air-to-air trade. And 5M into nothing, and Skylight's gonna counter you for that. So Skylight does have meter, but it's not gonna be enough to kill, and especially when it drops. Ooh, the instant overhead with the Kaela for the combo, but I don't know if Oni meant to get the side swap there, but... Alright, Skylight bursts out. Ooh. Yeah, the air chainsaw is gonna take it, and since he was still in the air, wasn't grabbed by Kanata. Ooh, idle step into the command grab. And baits the EXDP, but not in time to bait the burst. Yeah, Skylight did go for the 2H there, so he's definitely gonna try to bait burst there, but wasn't able to get 2H in time. Ooh, that's still connected. Oh, I'm assuming that might have been a missed input, especially because that was 2-2H, so that was, the combo was gonna end there as well. But because of that, Skylight is gonna take the first game here. It's now 1-0 in Skylight's favor.
Welcome to the show.
Oh, and I just noticed Oni's name is very off. There we go. Ooh. Alright, 2-3-6L into command grab. Ooh, the 6H whiffed. The Oni was able to get the counter hit because of that. Universal overhead, and that was a counter as well, so Skylight maybe tried to go for 2H, but a little bit too late. Yeah, and there's that super chat reversal against universal overhead, just sending Onis flying, but even with that, Oni's gonna take this first round here. Ooh, the idle step back and caught Oni mashing the 5L, but wasn't able to actually get the counter hit or punish. Gets that 5L mash. Alright, Oni bursts at a good point. There's that JM. And Skylight's gonna take the next round with the say-so as well. Oh, 5H for the end. Oh my god. Just mash, mash, mash. My mash will beat your mash. Ooh, whips the grab. Yeah, and that's gonna be plus there. Oni's gonna burst out. Pretty much out of burst for the rest of this game. Ooh, drops the 2-2L, or the 2LL, but doesn't matter too much because Skylight's gonna take it here. So Skylight wins 2-0 against Oni. Is gonna advance onto losers finals. Get out of here, Oni. We gotta get on to the next match. Yep, and Skylight is already here, so he does not have to move. Yep, and Wazim's already in here. Probably was already pasting that in there before I pinged. Yep. You guys are good to start.
Say hi to the viewers.
And so now this is Skylight and Wazim for losers finals here. Yeah. Wazim's definitely going for that a ton with Koyori. The delay, or sorry, the empty jump into the low. But it actually hasn't caught too many people. I think when it was catching JJ, it was mostly because he was mashing something, but yeah, now there's the overhead. Skylight's able to react to that at least. Alright, there's the projectile loops. Ooh, went for the overhead, but a little too far away, but command grab is going to take that first round. So Skylight's off to a strong start here. Yep, there's that empty jump into the low. Ooh, punish though with that overhead. Now we've got some dust loops here. Skylight does burst out. Ooh, wasn't able to get the anti-air though. Did force Wazim to jump, but wasn't enough. Ooh, whips that 236M. Ooh! Skylight with the safe jump there. So super's not going to be enough to kill in this combo, so... Ooh! Burst with like 1 HP! And then the overhead into Iroha. So both players up 1 round right now. Ooh! Caught him with the 2M right as he landed. Oh yeah, that was the safe setup against Koyori's reversal there. The 3H will space out the reversal while also still giving you the low. Alright, yeah, at that point you can chip kill, so Honestly, Wasm probably should have bursted during the block string there. Because it's practically a checkmate situation. Didn't burst, but because of that, Skylight's going to take the first game here. And this is losers final, so this is first to 3. So Skylight still needs 2 more to win. Ooh, this time getting the empty jump low, but got the counter hit. Went for the high this time, but just whiffed. Yeah, Skylight's gonna hold on to the burst here. Wasm basically just put him through the blender of, alright, high, low, delay. And even though the combo ended, still gonna have that stagger pressure. Ooh, gets that dash up to 2H. Skylight mashing out now with the 2L. Oh, misses the 5L. Ooh, gets the command grab. Alright, Skylight bursts out. Oh my god, sliding right under the projectile. Once again, going for Lariat into command grab and... Okay. I was gonna say the waves are actually gonna be pushing Kiyori towards you now. Which that might mess up your combo actually. But it didn't matter because Skylight took the round before the waves even came. Alright, empty jump? Nope. Jump into the high, but it wasn't enough. Skylight is holding on to burst here. Alright, now goes for the burst. And so 236L into super. Wow. Oh my god, and still in range. The dash of 236L is able to keep the combo going, but Wasm bursts out of it. Now into super, but that doesn't kill. But that 5M will kill instead. So Wasm's gonna take game 2.
Victory! Welcome to the show. Live.
Oh yeah, there's that spacing trap with the 3H. Alright, gets the 236M overhead. I think Skylight tried to bait burst there, but Wasm held on to it. Basically got a free burst out of that. Ooh, 2H whiffing, but basically just setting up a frame trap there. Skylight bursting there. Yep, and there's that pseudo unblockable. Yeah, and then the counter hit with Lariat. Skylight's gonna take the first round here. Ooh, gets that. Got the 2L, but that was actually a punish. I don't even know what move Wasm actually used. Alright, so Wasm bursts out. This time going for the overhead. Ooh, counter hitting that 4H. And Skylight is gonna take game 3.
Thanks for watching.
No, it's now 2-1 in Skylight's favor.
Let's get this stream started. Live.
Oh, yep. There's that 4H starter, or 5H starter. some good old dust loops. Yeah, Skylight was holding on to burst a little bit before with the dust loops, but ooh, going into command grab. That is one thing when you're facing Skylight. Unironically, instead of holding down back during the standing combo, you actually kind of want to jump. Ooh, went for the right side. Getting that overhead. So Skylight, one more round away from winning this. Heading on to grand finals. Alright, strike throw from Wasm, and then there's that overhead. Ooh, once again going for the overhead. Yeah, this time Skylight's gonna hold on to burst. Oh. 1 HP, but doesn't really matter because you're gonna get jabbed, and then if you don't mash out, you're just gonna get hit with chip. Ooh, went for the JS, but got hit right out of the air. Ooh, once again getting hit by the overhead. Ooh. Yeah, I think Skylight tried to set up the 236L to extend the Oki there, but ended up on the wrong side and just got lariat. Universal overhead into Iroha, but yeah, that's a tough spot because now you have to deal with chip. So Wasm is going to be taking game 4. We'll be moving on to game 5 here. Figure out who will be moving on to face JJ in grand finals. Ooh, yeah. As a Suisei player, that happens to me as well. Trying to go for dash up 2M and then just getting 3M. Ooh, gets that instant overhead. Or not instant overhead, but the slightly faster than universal overhead. Alright, gets the 236M. Ooh, the trade. And oh, this time punishing the 236L. So Skylight once again taking the first round here. Now is definitely 1 round away from moving on to grand finals, while Wasm is still 2 rounds away. Ooh, both players getting like extended hurt boxes hitting, basically forcing the combos to drop. Ooh, yeah, Skylight tried the mash there, but that propeller move that's actually plus. So once again going for the overhead. Ooh, and then 5L and okay. I was gonna say, does Wasm know how to do the dust loops while Kanata's going? But now we are moving into the final round here for losers finals. Winner moves on. Ooh, went for the jab, but Wasm got the wake up reversal. Oh, once again getting the 236L and just going for man grab. Wasm is now out of burst. Ooh. Ooh, tried to get the idle step back, but super chat reversal still reached from there. Ooh, very good job from Skylight holding onto burst there. Ooh, called in Kanata, but got hit right as that happened. Alright, both players are basically a one-hit situation right now. Ooh, alright, maybe it's 2 hits. Ah, but the 2 L's. Oh, drop the comp. But Bates had the super chat reversal. Wasm is gonna take it 3-2 over Skylight. And honestly, a very close set there. So yeah, so that means Wasm's gonna be moving on to grand finals to pretty much get the run back against JJ.
Say hi to the viewers. Live.
Alright. So yep, back with the same characters here. But there's a slight change in character choice here. While the main character is the same, Wasm actually swapped over to Muna, surprisingly enough. So I almost wonder if Wasm's thinking of going for the Muna call-in to work as anti-zoning as opposed to Kiara. Ooh. Wasm ran up, but the gadget normals they're actually kind of short, especially compared to the chemical stance, so they just ran up, threw out some buttons, but whiffed right in front of JJ's face. Ooh, Wasm did drop the combo, but JJ wasn't able to get a full punish on that. Alright, both players now out of burst. Yet there's that Muna. Oh, this probably as well. Zoning's a bit harder to do. Gonna make JJ drop his combo, but you know, instant overhead is certainly possible even if you don't have the don't need to spend the resources, because if JL kills, ooh, also going for the H jetpack, but whiffing right in front of JJ. Alright, Wasm burst. Might be able to get it back later in the round, but JJ wake up super. Probably realizing, alright, yeah, my 2H or whatever else he was mashing isn't working against that OP, so how about the frame 1 super? Invuln super. Ooh, only one projectile there. Come on, JJ, give us all 4. Oh, drops the super and the move with like 8 years of recovery. Ooh. Wasm sliding right underneath Aki's twin tails, but and then JJ's gonna get it with the grab, so JJ takes the first round.
See you next time.
Oh, sorry, he takes the first game, not the first round. He already took the first round.
Let's get this stream started.
Yeah, he had enough time to file his taxes and put a mortgage down.
Live.
Why do you think Wasm was literally just standing there for the first like 3 seconds? Ooh, the 2H was blocked, but the double jump actually prevented the punish. Alright, some more strike throw. Alright, this time Wazam went for the overhead. Some more strike throw, and there's the that slightly faster than universal overhead. And this time counter hitting JJ, so Wasam's gonna take the first round here. Counter hits at round start. Ooh, jumping over that. It wasn't a punish, so I think Wasam was probably expecting the cross up there, but it was actually same side. Oh, just run up 5L, okay. Yeah, the 4 projectiles. Does hit IPS there. Yeah, and JJ was able to just keep that pressure up. So I think Wasam tried to mash out there, but very hard to find the actual opening. Oh! JJ threw out the 2-2H, but Wasam was ready with the Muna. So when JJ was just dashing forward, just ran straight into her axe. Ooh! The tech throw on the back throw. Now JJ this time, he's the one going for the empty jump into the low. Alright, Wasam bursting out. Ooh, the trade and oh. JJ's this time gonna take game 2 after all of those counter hit trades.
Welcome to the show. Live.
JJ this time just walking straight into Wasam's 5H. Alright, this time the empty jump into the throw. Added that third layer onto the mix. Alright, overhead this time getting blocked, but going straight into the throw as well. A lot of good mix-ups from Wasam so far, but not for a ton of damage. Ooh. So, Wasam just walking all the way back. Alright, the Kyle buffs are gone, so you could potentially chip out, but I don't know how good Kayori's chip is. Oh, run up grab, but just outside of range, so just whiff that throw right in front of him. Alright, Wasam bursting out. Ooh, the 2-2H into the JM, but only got one hit. So Wasam with burst, but when you're at that much of a deficit and you still have another round, don't burst, even if Irmahe says so. Alright, this time going for the empty jump low again. Ooh. Ooh, JJ this time able to mash out, but I think the ooh, baiting out that super chat reversal. Wow. Blocks the Muna. Now has the Kaela buffs. Oh, JJ could potentially end this tournament here, but he drops the combo. It's the commentator's curse. This is why I never say these things. and then gets the instant overhead. So there you go. JJ once again. This is now the fourth time out of 5. JJ is your Idol Showdown SmackDown champion. Yes. So yeah, there you have it. Once again, yeah, JJ did not win with Chip while doing the 2-2-S. So no $20 that Oni was gonna definitely pay him. Um, but yeah, so once again, congrats to JJ for winning now 4 out of 5 Idol Showdown SmackDowns. Um, so I think what I'll do now though is, as usual, I always go over, upcoming tournaments. So I'll display that here. So, okay. So, yep. As usual, as I've pretty much been bringing up in every single one of these Idol Showdown SmackDowns, is we have upcoming the Frosty Faustings X Vortex Gallery tournament. So this is the offline tournament that is hosting, I have the updated list here, a ton of different games here. As you can see, kind of on the right side in the second row, Idol Showdown Next Fest is going to be there. I do know a good amount of people, both from people that were playing today, as well as me and some other people are all planning on going to this, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I went last year, it was a blast, so hopefully I can see you guys there as well. Also, what we have coming up is Bucket Night, week number 24. They actually had Bucket Night earlier today, and once again, Idol Showdown for, I don't know, the 5th week in a row, maybe 6th. Idol Showdown is going to be at Bucket Night. This is the exhibitions. Um, if you want to join this one, definitely sign up early. Those spots go super fast, so definitely something to keep an eye out. Join their server, the Hard Edge server, so that you get pinged when the signups actually start, and can hopefully get in there before 7,000 other people also sign up. So, so yeah, that's gonna be next Sunday. That's about 1 p.m. Eastern time is when it starts for, if you're in the US. The other tournament that we have coming up is our friends over in South America, Sudamericano, or Sudamerica. I guess I have that wrong in my head, but I don't speak Spanish, so I'll try not to. Yeah, so Hollow Sud is back. This is going to be on December 6th. So that is next week. Yeah, so next week on Saturday, actually. Um, they actually have a matcherino for this as well, so they've got $30. Um, if you can, I would definitely recommend supporting that. It's great to see that they're going to have matcherino set up for this. Um, yeah, so that's next week. Definitely something to keep an eye out. The other tournament going on next week on Saturday is our other friends over on the JP side of things. We have the Saturday Night Showdown hosted by Emergy. Um, Obviously, again, as the name suggests, that is on Saturday. Um, that's typically very early in the US time zone, so we typically don't get to watch it live unless you stay up super late or wake up super early, but that's definitely another one. That one, though, I believe that is... let me actually just double check what day that actually is, because I don't remember if that's next week or not. Alright, yeah, I forget which day, but it's one of the upcoming Saturdays is when that is being held. Um, yeah, so then, yeah, that's the Vortex Gallery one. But I have some news to say, guys. I'm sorry to say it, but next month there will be no Idol Showdown SmackDown. I'm sorry, guys. I hate to say it, but the reason why there's going to be no Idol Showdown SmackDown is because we'll be having Idol Showdown Christmas Clash. So, yeah, there's going to be no normal Idol Showdown SmackDown. Instead, we're going to be having Idol Showdown Christmas Clash. Obviously, this isn't going to be held on Christmas Day or anything like that. This is going to be December 20th. Basically, just like with my schedule, I was going to have a ton of time to actually host, normally I have the 2 events a month. This one was actually 3 just because it's every other week. So I figured instead of doing like one tournament and then the following week doing another one, I figured I'd just combine it all into one. So I'll be hosting one Idol Showdown tournament in the winter, and that's going to be December 20th. And as you can also see here, I will have a Matcherino set up for this one. I'm going to be putting down $100 to this. The other thing with that is that, since this is Christmas, it's going to be a top 8 payout, regardless of how many people show up or how high the prize pool actually gets. So, even if it's just 8 people that sign up and end up playing, congrats, you all got money. Just in the holiday spirit, trying to spread it out a little bit more. And as you can see in the bottom right as well, open to players from all regions. So as this kind of works out well, this kind of lines up with the SmackDown format where, the next one was going to be open to all regions anyway. So this is definitely going to be one to take maybe put it in your calendar, December 20th. But yeah, so that is pretty much it. I'll put this in the Discord, probably later today, because I mostly have the Star GG page and the Matcherino set up. But yeah, so keep an eye out on that. Register for it if you know that you're going to be available, or like I typically do. If you don't know if you're going to be available until like the day of or day prior or whatever, you can wait. It's fine. So yeah. But with that, let's move on over to the end screen. So thank you again to everyone who came out and played, to everyone who came out and spectated. Congrats again for the 4th time now, JJ, for winning Idol Showdown SmackDown. And I hope to see you all, well, I guess maybe not soon, but maybe in like 3 weeks-ish. So, until next time, thank you for coming.